without you have gone away.
Well, why'd you ask if he was having money problems?
I'm just trying to find my way.
Does that make you nervous?
You're an escaped convict, trained by mob accountants. Your clients are drug cartels, money launderers.
Is that a yes?
Ray King has been murdered. Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf?
Hey, I'm Reggie Ponder, the Real Critic, and this week's movie is The Accountant 2. Who's in it? Ben Affleck, John Berthal, Cynthia Day Robinson, Daniela Pineda, Allison Robertson, and J.K. Simmons. So what's it about? Well, current Deputy Director Mary Beth Medina is just following the clues left in the aftermath of former Deputy Director Ray King's murder. Reluctantly, she enlists the help of the accountant, Christian Wolf, who has a talent for solving complex problems. Even Wolf needs a little help, and he brings his brother Brax along for the ride. Together, they try to solve a murder, only to discover a human trafficking organization that is ruthless and quite deadly. So what's to like? Well, The Accountant 2 is a bit funnier than the original. While the first movie had to establish Chris's peculiar ways, this one had more room to explore how his affliction might provide a few laughs. There is this speed dating scene where the women are attracted to his looks, but his conversations don't quite add up to their expectations. And then there's a line dancing scene where Chris is able to quickly learn the steps that had me laughing out loud. And then the chemistry between Chris and Brax is one of the reasons to stay with this film. Clearly, they approach life differently, and that difference makes the relationship interesting, funny, and at times touching as the two really try to connect. Now, where Chris is violent when necessary, Brax sees violence as necessary. One of the things this film does very well is highlight that Chris is not disabled, but rather differently abled, which allows him to see things others may not be able to see. This focus on how his abilities are an asset is shown throughout the film. And I think that the film clearly says that people like Chris are not throwaways in our society, but valuable assets. It's exciting to see how his young helpers are crucial to the work that he does. Now, for those who are looking for action, there's a fair share of fighting that might have you on the edge of your seat. I love it when the fight calls for using everyday items like a pen or pots and pans to slow down an attacker or kill an attacker. It was creative indeed. And then there are also a few car chases and a lot of gunfare. So what's not to like? Well, the attempt to be funny in some ways clashed with the overall goal of being an action film. And while there are many action movies that inject humor, this one felt like they focused on finding the humor, which in some ways contributed to the violence not meshing as smoothly as it did in the first film. And while the action is top-notch, I felt like the gruesome head kills felt a bit overused. I didn't need to see that hole in the head. This film is a bit more complicated with a lot more moving parts, and I'm not sure the filmmakers double-checked the calculations, if you get what I mean. My rating, The Accountant 2 is a fun entry, which unfortunately earns a few more deductions than the last submission. Not exactly a flawless return, but you won't be looking to get your money back if you check this one out at the matinee. I'm giving this 2.5 reels out of 4. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at The Real Critic, and I'll see you next time.